Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oise, and yes, this is a very unusual video on my channel. I don't make art video or I make clothes, but today I decided to make the video for this bucket art. Why? Because I tried making some bucket art and I didn't like the fit. So when I got it, I was like, wow, someone might have challenge making one for themselves. Let me just make a pattern that is going to work and fit well. So I decided to make the pattern for this bucket art. So this was the first one I made. I didn't like the top of the bucket art because it was too wide, kind of, and that was just the fact that I used my head circumference to make the top part, to just make the circle for the top, and I didn't like the fit. Then the second one, I tried to okay, I saw this was a problem, and I tried to reduce it, and it turned out very small until I got the perfect pattern for the bucket art, which you would see if you watch the video. So kindly watch, subscribe, and share your friends. I would love to make bucket arts. So guys, I'll be demonstrating how to measure your head circumference. So make sure you are not wearing a wig, because I didn't use it fit my wig. I measured it normally when I was taking the measurement for the video, but I'll just be showing you with my wig. So this is how to take your head measurement from one ear to another. You put it this way, then you measure it this way. So this is my head circumference. I should have 20. Let me just be taking and show you guys. So make sure it's comfortable enough, so it's not too tight and it's not too small. So this is what I have, 23.5, which is because I am wearing a wig. So guys, for this tutorial, we need our tape or masking tape. We're needing this nice and Ankara fabric or any fabric of your choice. I've been needing satin line to line because of my natural, and a medium hard or medium soft paper stay. So to start with the tutorial, I'm going to mark 1 inch at that point and 1 inch down, also just to mark our starting point. So I'm just going to mark that point and connect all the broken and all the dots together. So and connect this point also together. So we can start. So now I'm going to divide my head circumference. The way I showed you how to take the measurement, divide it by 2, working with half of it. So mine is 11.25. So I'm going to mark that down, 11.25, and the height of my body, I'm using 3 inches. I'm going to mark 3 inches there and mark 3 inches. Just give us a smooth straight line. I'm going to connect that point together, just from our rectangle. Connect that point together and also connect this point down. So now I want to take the measurement, just confirm if it's 11.25, and yeah, it is. Just connect that down also. This is what we have now. We're making some manipulation to it. So now to start with that, I'm going to divide what we have, that rectangle we have, into 2, which is 11.25. So I'm dividing it into 2. So I'll just use 5.5. I'll just mark the midpoint 5.5, and I'll mark the midpoint 5.5 too. So I'm going to use a broken line to connect this dots together, just so that it's not a permanent mark, which I'm using a broken line for. So now next thing I'm doing now is to go in at that point by half an inch, and on this point by half an inch, and just connect it down to the rectangle. So now the circle of our bucket part is going to be on that point that we just did, and the brim is going to be on the lower part. So now to form the circle part, we're going to go up by half an inch, go down on this point by half an inch, and on this other part go up by half an inch, so it can accommodate our circle. So now connecting this dot together, connect this point together. Use the curved part of a pattern master, or use your free hand if you can. Just connect this point together and also connect this point together. So you see it's formed a hollow kind of shape, which is nice to accommodate our circle, our top of our bucket art. So we just make that part more curvy. So now on this point, I'm going to go in by half an inch. Going by half an inch, as you can see me down. On this point, I'm going to go down by half an inch, and on this point, I'm going to go up by half an inch. So I'm going to do the same thing we did initially, but this time it's different. I'm just going to connect that point to this point, and also connect this point to this point. So this is what we have. It looks nice also. I'm just just shade out sharp edges. So now this is going to be the body of our heart, and yeah, we can work on our brim. So I'm just going to measure this point now to get the measurements we need for our brim, and that gave me 11.25. So I'm just mark the line just to start marking our bucket art brim. That's the last side of our bucket art. So I'm just measure 11.25 and go up by half an inch and 1 inch rather, and then go by under 1 inch, and yeah, measure 11.25, and yeah, we'll connect all the broken lines together. This line I'm going just to like act as allowance first of all, and also to make it straight. So I'm doing the same thing again. I just wanted you guys to understand better. So I'm going to like mark 11 inches rather, then 11, go up by 1 inch, go up by 1 inch again, then mark my 11 inches. So this is what I have. So I'm just going to like connect that with a straight line, and the height of my brim is 2.5, and yeah, I'll just measure my 11 inches again just to make it straight. Honestly, that's why I'm doing all this scenario. So I'm going to go up by 2.5 inches again. I'm going to like connect that together. Like connect that, and this thing, when you're watching, you understand actually. So this is like cut that part out. This is like cut that part out, cut it out. And yeah, we'll be doing the slash and spread method just to like get the full, just to make it fuller. So now I'm going to like divide this, what I have here, by 6. So I'll divide 11 over 6, so that gives me 1.83. So you can divide yours by 7 or 5, just depending on how full you want to do. I'm using 6 because that's what's convenient for me. So let's divide into 4 segments, like into 6 compartments rather. So I'm just going to like connect this first 6, second 6, third 6, and that, and so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just like cut in between. This is what we call the slash and spread method. I'm just like cut in between and cut in between and cut in between. I'm not cutting throughout the paper. So here's where my masking tape comes in. So I'm going to like tape the first of the 1/6 of the pattern. Yeah, 1/6. Yeah, so I'm like tape that down on paper, and yeah, I'm going to measure in between that and the second one 0.75, and I'm going to mark my 0.75 so I can place the second one on it. So we have a space of 0.75. So when you just watch closely, you understand. So if I mark that in, so I use my masking tape, and under 0.75 again, use my masking tape to just attach that to the paper that is underneath. This is what they call the slash and the spread method. You can use for varieties of styles, which will be coming up in future videos. So enjoy this one, and make sure you subscribe so you can get notified whenever I post any video like that. Anyone at all, whenever I leave the video. So guys, I'm going to do the same thing on this point also. So I'm going to like connect, I'm going to like measure 0.75 from that point, and also put that paper on 0.75, and use my masking tape to tape it down, as you can see me do. Just tape it down and tape it down. That is all we do. Another one again, just tape it down. That's what we are doing. Honestly, it's self-explanatory, like nothing extremely serious, right? So just keep doing that till you get to the last portion of the division we made. So guys, that's all you'll be doing, and this is what we have. We are not done. Just keep taping. Make sure you tape them very well so you don't make mistakes. So next time I'm doing is to connect everything together using the curved side of my pattern marker. Just connect for one second. Just connect everything. Should make it like rounded, really rounded, right? Just like make it rounded, and I'll do this whenever I need some more tape. I'm just going to add more tape. So next time I'm doing is, at this point I'm going to come out by 0.25 inch and come out by 0.25 inch and connect that from that top down, just to add more, just a tiny volume again. I'm just going to connect that down. So this is what we have. So I'm just going to connect that back into this thing we just made, and connect the upper part too. So now I'll be adding seam allowance round. So the next will be nice to measure that round to make sure that it is the same thing as what we have there, because that's where we'll be that's what we'll be connecting together when we are sewing, so it is correct. So I'll be adding seam allowance round. So just watch closely, nothing serious. I'll stop talking so you can watch adding the seam allowance. So guys, we're going to add seam allowance to round the body of the bucket hat also, because we also need seam allowance there around. So I'm just going to add my seam allowance, then connect my seam allowance to like we did for the brim. The brim or brim, anyone sure, but just connect that and connect, and that's what we have. And I'm going to like cut this out. So I'm just going to like allow us to watch it while I cut it out. So I'm going to like cut that out, and yeah, cut the other side also out, like this other part of the pattern paper, the other side of the pattern that we made for our bucket hat. So we have that. So next will be the nice to make our set. I'm just writing the name of this pattern so I don't make a mistake, which they're actually different, but just to be on the safe side. So now I'm making the top of the bucket hat. So now I'm just going to measure what I have there you want the same allowance, just measure what I have inside. So I had 10.5, so I'm just going to like divide 10.5 by 3.14, which is pi. So let's divide it by 3.14, and I had 3.24 as my answer, or what I'll be taking. So I folded my paper into 1, then this, so 1, then this. So this is what we have. So I'm going to be taking what I had after measuring 10.5 by 3.14. So I'm just going to like mark that round. You know how we do it. I have a video on how to make a circle scape and something like that, not totally the same, but something like that, sure. So just keep marking round, just keep marking around. Just keep marking around. So guys, I'm going to like connect all the dots I made after marking around, and I'm going to cut out the second. That is what we have. So we have this as 1, 2, and 3. We have the top, the body, and the brim, and that is also. I'll be cutting this, but cut this on my fabric. If you don't have enough fabric, you can just like cut it and use your seam allowance to join. But I have enough fabric, so I'm going to be folding my seam allowance at that point. So I'm just going to like put load on it so I can cut in pieces. I'm going to like put another load on that so I can just cut. I'm going to be like cutting that, and nothing serious, just me cutting on fabric, transferring my pattern on fabric without seam allowance, because I added seam allowance on the pattern paper. I folded one end though, as you saw me do initially. So this is what we have. I'm cutting this also on satin. You can also cut it on the fabric also if you want a reversible one. You can use a different fabric if you want a reversible one. It's the same process, but me, I want a satin inside. So I folded that side of the seam allowance also the same way I did the other one, and just cut. So if you don't have enough fabric, again, you can cut on all seam allowance and you join. You have like joining on both sides of the cap. So this is what we have for the brim, and it is looking nice. You can, if you have another fabric too, you can cut on under fabric, which will be okay too. So I'm cutting the top part of it. So I'm cutting the top point of the hat, and this is what we have. So the trick is, if you want a reversible one, use different fabric and do the same thing I do. Instead of using your satin lining to cut, use your other fabric to cut, and you will have a reversible bucket hat. But me, I want satin under, so I'm going to just use my satin to cut. So for the brim, I'm going to be using this fabric again to cut instead of satin. So when you look inside, you won't see like a black satin, you see the same fabric inside. Do you get? So that's what I did. So I have the same fabric for this brim, and the body and the top part of the hat is going to be my satin, if that makes sense. So yeah, we are on the sewing table, and you'll be joining. I'm gonna to like iron my medium soft or medium stay. So now we're just going to be joining on half an inch seam allowance like we took on when we were making the pattern. So I'm just going to be join this first, join my brim first together with the satin onto join the body together. My top is going to be coming last because I don't need to join. I just need to like attach it into the body. So it's like join, that's the satin and that is the other one. So we have 4 there all together. So it's like mark half an inch seam allowance there, and do the same thing on this point, and do the same thing on this point, and just sew my sewing machine. Yeah, I see me sewing today. So guys, I enjoyed the view. Hope it's pretty, and yes, I'm doing well. So just trim and cut out the join when you're sewing. Then now we'll be inserting, or we'll be adding our top to. Remember, make a notch on. You definitely know the part that you're adding the top. So just connect. So make sure it starts from your seam allowance, and use your safety, your pin to like pin, and just pin around. Make sure you're pinning around. I already marked seam allowance of half an inch round my top, so it will be easy. I'm sewing on my top. I'm sewing from my top, and my body is downwards. You get? So I'm just sewing that, and that is what we have. You can make a notch if it's not fitting in. It's going to fit well, which I'll be showing you on the main fabric. I'll show you how to make notch. And so yeah, I just made a tiny notch and like continued sewing for it to like fit in, to release the tension there. So I just trimmed that. So just make notch around it if it's not fitting. Make sure you don't drag, you don't put too much, just pull a bit tiny. So just keep sewing. So I'm just connecting the top to the other side to the body of the bucket that, which is the main fabric I'm working with. So I'm just like connect. So that's what we have. Make notches around and trim your seam allowance so it can lay flat. So now on the brim, I'm making notches around. Now I'm gonna like mark my seam allowance around. So I'm going to open up my bucket hat, or my half of my bucket hat. I'm going to connect seam allowance to seam allowance. Can you see? I just match that down, and I reduce the seam allowance here. So make sure you use the seam allowance to reduce bulk. To reduce bulkiness. So I'm just going to like use a pin to connect that together. Seam allowance to seam allowance. Then now it's for me to like just use pin to like pin. Remember, I made notches around just to reduce the tension when I'm sewing. You know, it is the fabric. not like a flexible thing. So I'm just going to like start sewing on half an inch seam allowance. I already marked my seam allowance in my brim, so just like connect that together. Just make sure you just like take your time to sew this point, because if you don't take your time, you might have to like undo it and do it again, which is not a nice feeling. So just take your time, guys. There's no rush and there's no pressure, right? So just continue sewing and sewing and sewing and sewing and sewing and sewing till you get to a point where you connect your seams together and just make your back stitch. That is all. So here we are done. So I'm just making notches around so I can trim down my seam allowance. I've done the same thing for my lining piece also, which I'll be joining shortly. You see me do that now. So this is what we have. It's looking nice, but we are not done. So this is the other one we have, which is satin up and the normal fabric down. So yeah, it's looking nice. So I'm just going to like put my satin inside, like fold it inside, then join. This is actually wrong, don't that. So join right side to right side, right side of your lining and right side of your main body, of your main fabric. So connect seam allowance to seam allowance. That seam line there is a guide, so connect that together. Just connect that together, then use your pin. The next thing I want you to do is to like pin around, just to see. So fast forward this video so you can just make pinning around, and make sure you make your seam allowance round, so you can just like take sewing machine and just round. So just mark and pin, rather keep pinning. I'm going to stop talking because you're just pinning, guys. So yeah, if you've watched to this point here, please kindly do the needful, because if you've watched to this point, that means you've gotten value. That means I'm communicating right. So please, guys, kindly subscribe. Let's take my video to 1K before the end of this year. Please, my channel rather, subscribers to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to like mark that place. We'll be stopping there and stopping, like we'll be stopping here and stopping there. So I'm just marking that so we can see. Just make like a 3 inches opening so you can like use it to turn. So I'm going to like sew from that point to that point and stop there. So I'm putting a pin there just to signify that I'll be stopping there, right? So I won't make a mistake of sewing into that line. So I'm just like sew from that point. I want to still use an extra. I still want to use pen to show you guys, because I want you guys to see this thing. Just like mark that point and mark that point. So you'll be saying, leaving that place opened. So I'm just like sew from that point. The first mark maybe the pen. So they're round. So you round to that point, then you make your back stitch and you have your opening. So guys, we have our opening, so we're going to make notch around so it can lay flat. I don't know why notches are just a very nice invention in fashion, like really nice. Like takes your outfit from 0 to 100. So guys, we already have our opening there, remember. So I'm going to like trim down the seam allowance to like 1/4 of an inch, yes, which is 0.25, because our initial seam allowance was half an inch. So I'm going to like trim it down. So now we have our opening. So I'm just like the opening to like turn it in. Be careful, guys, so you don't break your line, your facing, the interfacing you use, so it does not tear. Just take it easy and be patient with it. So I'm done turning it in. So I'm just trying to like arrange everything together, bring out my seam line, and just join everything together so I can iron. So this is the point, the opening point, which is not a problem. We'll be taking care of that later after ironing. So I'm just going to like put the pin there and keep opening and making sure everything is well joined together. So this is what we have. So I'm going to take it to my iron table and iron and come back and show you guys what next to do. So I'm done ironing, and next to be nice at the tip of the bucket I'm going to like make it stitch round. Just make it stitch round so you can hold on that opening together, and I'll make multiple stitch, which I'll be showing you how to do. So yeah, I'm just making like a straight stitch for round the bucket at the brim. So I already made like a back stitch there, and now we'll be measuring from that stitch half an inch. So I'm just going to show you half an inch from. I'm going to measure half an inch from here, measure half an inch from here, and measure half an inch and half an inch there. So we'll be making stitch round that half an inch we are measuring. So guys, just watch closely. Yeah, like I always say, it's self-explanatory, but I want to talk to you guys so we can understand better. So guys, this is what we have. Just keep marking. Don't get tired. Keep marking. Because it's better for you to like have like multiple lines that are fine than them being bent and some are looking very, very funny. Just take your time and keep marking, guys. So that is one more. We're almost getting to the end of the marking. Just calm down. So yeah, that's really nice to just join. So this is like sit down and start sewing again from one chalk to another. I keep sewing round. So we have an each interval from the first. We have an each interval from the first seam to the second seam, from the second seam to the third seam, half an inch, from the third seam to the fourth seam. I think I had about 4 seams. Yeah. So just keep marking, guys. So I'm done with one. Then I'll do the second one again. Check what it looks like. It is nice. Then I'll continue half an inch. Remember. So I'm just confirm if it's half an inch, so we can just won't make mistake. So just keep sewing round. Just sewing round. So I'm going to stop sewing and come back and show you guys when I'm done. So guys, thank you so much for watching how to make a bucket art. If you've watched this point, that means you should own a bucket art, or you should have the experience of making a bucket art. So, and that means you got value. So kindly like, subscribe, share with your friends that would love to make one for themselves, and also check out my other videos. I make amazing and value-filled videos, so kindly check it out. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment if you find anything confusing, and I'll see you in future videos.